Hi, and welcome to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, Targeted Individual Experience. As you guys like to know, sometimes I um, wait, observe uh, what is happening in terms of my targeting and what it is that they've been doing. I talked about at times they will use the kid's mother, Pam, to send me subliminal message of threats to my daughter if I continue to do these videos and if I continue to speak out in terms of some of the things that she's doing, okay, as a parent to our children, as one of the mother to our children. So um, I've been calling the kids yesterday. Usually, I call the kids on the house phone to talk to my daughter. And I noticed that all day yesterday, every time I called, she's been answering. Their mother Pam been answering the phone. Um, this was I called around minutes to one. I called back around I think it was after three, and then I called back about a little before six. Okay, and my daughter was still sleeping. And I said to her, I said, it is going on 6 o'clock. She needs to get up. How are you letting her sleep all day? Okay, what time is she's going to go to bed? So, she was like, well, let me go wake up, what have you. So then I had said to her, well, I guess I'll see them tomorrow. She was like, oh, no, 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 I'm going out. I'm actually going out tomorrow, right? Which is today, Sunday. And I'm just like, okay. So I asked her, I sent her a text. I said, did you finish up her spring break take home package that she got from the school? She's like, oh, I'll work on it with her when she gets up. Okay, I'm sure she didn't. Okay, now I started to help her, my daughter, with the spring break package. What was it Wednesday? I went back Thursday, because I had to steam clean the rug because the kids spilled almost half a bottle of syrup on the rug. So I spent like Thursday, vacuum up the rug, and I was going to help uh, my daughter with the rest of the homework package, but my back was hurting. I took a muscle relaxer, and I just need to rest, take a nap. So by the time I got up, it's time to go. Pam came home, and I said to her, well, at least do one of the um, pages with her, okay, before she goes to bed. Of course, that didn't happen. Friday, she was home with the kids. Of course, that didn't happen either. I asked her again. She's like, we'll do it on Saturday. But again, she let the kids sleep all day Saturday. Okay. So, uh, I'm just like, wow, there's no concern about these kids, about our kids, in terms of their schoolwork and their education. Okay. No concern. But when it comes to going out, having, they, that's all she cares about. That is all she cares about. And it gets to the, and I keep saying, these criminals on the police department, these religious fanatics, these fanatical Christians, you know, and and particularly since, like I said, when they targeted me like this, they love to stay at my unk. Well, yes, I choose the spiritual practices of my ancestors. Okay, I don't follow European indoctrinated religion anymore. Because when you know the truth, I was listening to Dr. Ray Higgins, and he was like, "Yeah, they're doing everything and anything to try to stop the awakening." Okay, which is black people understanding that this BS, this bullshit religion, how it was created, who they got it. I don't even say who they got it from, but where they came up with their misguided concept. Okay, in which they call religion. And so they're constantly staring at my unk, constantly using family members, even last night, being remote neural monitored, being microwave and radio wave with mind control frequencies. I walked into the kitchen with I think my niece was in there, my sister was in there, and they started doing the whole synchronized thing. So I came out of my bedroom, they're waiting, and then come out the other bedroom at the same time. Then my niece is in the kitchen, just standing up like a zombie, holding this clear plastic bag, in which she then uh, do this the hand signal with the pointing finger against the bag, and then she turns it to where there's like a writing on the bag, and I didn't even look. I guess I didn't even pay attention, but I knew at that point, yeah, they was sending a subliminal message and stuff like that. All right, so it is after 2 o'clock. I calling the kids. They're probably still sleeping because they're not answering the phone. Okay. I constantly had to ask her, "Hey, can you make sure the kids read? Can you make sure Ethan study?" No, it's not her concern. Okay. She let these kids sleep all day Saturday. Why? Because she didn't want to get up this morning with them to make them breakfast. She just got up and left them there sleeping. Okay. And again, like I said, I'm not going to uh, make them think that they can threaten me or blackmail me because of things that they've done, right? And the fact that they're trying to manipulate me back into Christianity. No, no, thank you. Listen, I already know the truth. You can't. Once you know the truth, you cannot go back. And if you know the truth and you want to go back to sleep, then that's your problem. And there you go with the police sirens. But I will never, ever follow a false, indoctrinated belief system. Never. Okay? And it's so hard for our people, my people, to let go of this foolishness, of this nonsense. Because clearly they really don't even believe in it. They really don't even believe in what they claim to believe. And this is what, what I find, what I understand how powerful, okay, how powerful what these white Europeans have done to the minds of my people when it comes to religion. That they cannot let go of this white Jesus, even if he's black. There was no historical person named Jesus that did all these things. Okay? There wasn't. You cannot find him in the history books. You cannot find any archaeological evidence. Okay? And if you do your due diligence and research what you claim to believe, you will see and you will find the truth. Okay? And it is that your belief system is based on an indoctrinated belief system that's not based on reality, that's not based on true historical events, that's not based on a historical person. As much as these Christians may like to claim that there was a historical Jesus, there was no historical Jesus. Okay? Or I should say there was no historical Yeshua who did all those miracles that they claim. Okay? Because before Yeshua came about, there was also the Roman Emperor Vespasian, who also did some of those so-called miracles. Now that is written into the history book of the Roman Emperor Vespasian, okay? Though we know it's not real. It's propaganda, because we know in those times, with the formation of certain belief systems, okay, those ideas and those mythology came about. And that's all they are, is mythology. Even Kemetic spirituality, mythology in terms of the netters. Okay? But the difference is that those netters are not real people. They are personification of nature. They are the personification of man and woman, okay, characteristics. All right? So there was no real Heru. There was no real Aset. There is no real Asa. These are just the personification of Kemetic universal principles in human nature. Okay? That our ancestors use mythology in order to explain. And this is what is in with the Bible. It is allegorical. It is not real, but it is stories to teach you valuable lessons in life. Okay, so we talk about esoteric knowledge. Esoteric knowledge being that we understand this. Okay, your mind has been binded by religion, and this is how Christians behave and Christians act, same as Islam. Okay, they really do not believe what they preach because they all have their own interpretation of what these allegories mean. This is why you can go to many different churches and hear different interpretation of the same scriptures. Okay, and everybody can profess that they talk to God and God speak back to them. No, if you think God speak back to you, then guess what? You call me crazy, then you're insane. Okay, but I know that these white supremacists within the U.S. government, military, the security agencies, what they have been doing, particularly to us as black people, is poisoning our water, our food, giving us poisonous chemicals in products that we use on our hair, our skin. And we know, I don't have to believe this, that they've developed technology based on the radio microwave frequency spectrum that is based on your brain wave frequency, your neurological, chemical, and electromagnetic abilities in which they can influence us. They can do it through drugs, they can do it through radio microwave frequency. And like I said, particularly within us, black people, they are so afraid of us knowing the truth, finding out the truth, that they will do whatever in order to keep us back or to put us back asleep in the matrix. Okay? And so when you look at our community, when you look at black women, you look at their behavior today, you look at the state of the black community, where 80% of children are raised in single homes with no fathers in the home. You know what happens? That is easy picking for the white supremacists on the police force, those within state government houses, city government offices, to destroy, particularly destroy, young black boys and young black men. So what you have here is within communities where black people live, what we call the hyena condition. The community that black people live in operate the same way the hyena community operates. Okay? And like I said, if you want to know more about that, do a YouTube search. Why it sucks to be a male hyena, and the imaginary penis of the not the imaginary penis of the female hyena. I forgot the name that they use. Okay. But in terms of the cycle, you gotta look at it from a psychological aspect. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. So go look at those two videos, and you'll see. All right, the black community is suffering because white supremacists have created different types of covert and psychological warfare against us, as well as chemical and biological warfare against us, so that they can destroy our community. We can destroy each other. They can destroy us, divide and conquer, separate and rule. And what we see has been happening for decades, the abandonment of young black boys and girls who grew up to be young men and women who have no idea of what it is to be a man or a woman, to be protective of each other, to love each other, to teach each other, to be family focused and family oriented, to be disciplined, to be structured. And this is why we're in the state that we're in. This is why the black churches are used, particularly against black women. They may not even understand this, but the black churches are being used against black women. They're being used as a cash cow by pimps and pimps on the pulpit who do not give one damn about them. All they care about is their pockets and selling false hope and false ideas to black women to keep them single, to keep them single parent, and to keep them as a source of financial resources that they can always collect from on a Sunday. All right, and our community is suffering. And for those of us who they feel are a threat, particularly black men, when we are young, we are targeted through covert operations. Okay, and because our women are so, our mothers, sisters, aunts are so indoctrinated with this religious bullshit that it is very hard to talk any sort of sense into them. Because when you believe in nonsense, okay, you have no sense. You know, I see it all the time. Black women raising young boys who don't listen, who are not disciplined, who laugh at them. Okay, and then they laugh back saying, "Oh, you think it's funny?" It's a difference when I speak to my kids and they listen, as opposed to when they speak to their mother or when their mother speaks to them and they just ignore and laugh at it because their mother laugh at the nonsense that they should be correcting, but they don't correct. Right? They make it funny. Okay? When your child is doing something that needs to be disciplined, you don't laugh. This is why you have 3, 4 year olds, okay, not listening, doing things and then laughing when the mother is right there, not correcting them because these white feminists has put in the idea in their head that they shouldn't discipline their kids. And what these black mothers, grandmothers, aunts don't understand is that when their male children leave that house, they are prey. They are prey for the white supremacists on the police force. They are prey for the white supremacists who could be your next door neighbor. They are prey to other black men and women who were never taught anything. So, as I said, as black men, we have to take back our community. We have to put our community back in order because the white supremacists have coddled black women to the point where they are destroying themselves. They've destroyed their children, particularly with religion. And what we see now, where we see young black boys, young black girls are now operating, particularly sexually, as identifying as bisexual, lesbian, gays, and like I said, I can support the individual, but I'm not going to support those agendas. And what we see in Africa today is a pushback of African leaders saying no. We're not going to promote this stuff. Because ultimately, like I said, it is to make us live an alternative lifestyle while, because the white population is declining so much that right now you see that less and less white people are identifying as gay, lesbian, and bisexual. And the most people who are identifying as gay, bisexual, lesbian, LGBTQ, even though they show you more white people on television, is actually black and brown people. Okay? So, if you don't think that there's an agenda going on here, you're absolutely out of your friggin' mind. You are wrong. There is an agenda. All right. Now we all have members in our family who are gay and such, you know, and that's fine. They are who they are. But understand that there's a broader agenda here, and the use of covert psychological manipulation, covert warfare against black people, okay, divide and conquer, so that they can create hatred towards uh, men towards women, women towards men, and the selling of these alternative lifestyles to us as a people. Okay, and they are destroying our community, destroying the family, destroying our children. As like I said, you see our women today, you know, particularly with my uh, kids, their mother, my two young kids of their mother, behaving recklessly when it comes to our kids, not caring a damn about their education, but it's about this hyper individualistic selfishness that they're displaying. And they're being protected by these white racists on the police force. They're protected by these white racists in blackface within the religious institutions and organizations. Okay? And so, yeah, like I said, I'll continue to do these videos. They may try to use neighbors, families, who have you. But one thing I know, okay, is that I will not stop exposing this. I will not stop showing what it is that they're doing. Okay? So, and also, by the way, again, hear the key shaking. And also, by the way, so my oldest son, I haven't spoken to him in like 3 months. Been calling him, you know, but again, right, when they try to dehumanize you, when they try to discredit you, but like I said, let them ignore the reality. I'm going to face the reality. We have to get rid of that delusional mindset being caused by religion, being indoctrinated into us, conditioned into us by these white supremacists. They know what they're doing, and we have to fight back. Talk to you guys in the next video.